In terms of the fullbacks, Roy, how different is it for him having to work with Rose and Aurier today, comparing those two to Robertson and Trent Alexander-Arnold?
Chalk and cheese. Two Tottenham fullbacks. Dreadful. Dumb and dumber, I'd call them. I thought they were really poor. You can't compare it to the Liverpool two lads. Absolutely fantastic.
What do you mean?
The big
what do you
difference.
Really mean?
Talking about the game of football today, the two fullbacks for Liverpool, particularly going forward. Okay, there's parts of the game they can improve on defensively, but going forward, absolutely fantastic. And the two fullbacks for Tottenham, I thought they were a joke. Really abysmal.
Can you give me any
Improve on
positives on them?
No, they struggled. I didn't think they were helped by the narrowness. I said it from early on. Eriksen and Son in those wide areas. Son did it a little bit better, a lot better than Eriksen. Eriksen didn't want to be there, so it opened up the pass all the way, and they were just exposed. Liverpool's fullbacks are quite simply sensational. Robertson's a better fullback than Trent Alexander-Arnold, in my opinion. Trent Alexander-Arnold, I think, is amazing. From the moment that I laid eyes on him in that first game at Old Trafford 2 or 3 years ago, his temperament was incredible. To be thrown in that game, he was outstanding from minute one. But now, he's getting to a point whereby he's one of the best fullbacks I've ever seen going forward. His passing is unbelievable. You called him De Bruyne at right back. But the three best chances for Tottenham today, the Son one where he hits the bar, he should have been tucked in nearer. The goal, he should have stopped him coming inside. He could have been helped out by Jordan Henderson. And there was another one that I can't remember at this moment in time, but there's another chance that Tottenham had where the Danny Rose one at the end where he got caught and just dived in. He also gave a couple of free kicks away. He's got to become as serious about his defending, Trent Alexander-Arnold, as he is about his attacking play, and you've got a world-class full-back there. But today, Tottenham's goals, Tottenham could have scored 2 or 3 goals, and he could have been sat in that change room at the end on a losing team or a team that drew because of his, and I took the man of the match off him because of his defensive play could have cost his team. I think if he looks at that game today, it is an epitome of what his game is, but he can become a world-class full-back if he just gets that defensive bit right and puts a bit of composure in it.
Do you agree with that, Graeme? We were talking during the game, and I think your feeling is, having played here for many years and won a lot here, that he could be better than anything.
Yeah, I think both the fullbacks could be. Certainly in my time. You know, Trent's 5 years younger than Andy Robertson. He is not the finished article yet when it comes to defending. He's got a lot of experience for a 21-year-old. Has he learnt in the last couple of years that part of his game? Maybe it's, I wouldn't say a great deal, maybe it's because he spends so much time on the front foot because he's got such good players around him that he can get forward at every opportunity. He's not asked to do too much at the other end. But yeah, it will cost him. I take your point, it will cost him at times. But that is a part of the game that you can learn. That's the easiest part of the game to learn. What he's got in abundance is athleticism, and he's got a wand of a right foot, and he can whip the balls in when he gets into the attacking half. I mean, he is a very special player who will only get better, and they will sort that side of his game out. I wouldn't be harsh on him.
You actually think about what he's actually doing. I take exactly what you've said, and I say it all the time myself. There's got to be greater intensity in the defending. But if you actually step back and look what he's doing, he's the most creative player for the European champions, and he's 21 from fullback. How many? That's something like we speak about Dani Alves, wouldn't you? You know, at Barcelona, how good these players were. Now we talk about Liverpool's midfield at times, maybe not having that killer pass. 5 or 6 times he's playing 60, 70-yard passes across the pitch to his opposite fullback. I mean, what he is doing, he's played in 2 Champions League finals, he's got that medal. We're seeing one of the best young players in the world in terms of not just fullbacks. You think of young players around the world, what are they actually doing? The pressure of playing for your hometown club week in, week out, and what he's done at such a young age, he is something special. But I think what Gary's mentioned, that, listen, he'll see this when he gets home, I'm sure, on his social media or wherever. You were the opposite fullback, weren't you?
I was, but you look at, Dennis Irwin was the best fullback I played with.
You said it with a smile.
Yeah, he's in a smirk. Dennis Irwin was the best fullback I played with.
Tell us what you mean.
But he could do both parts equally well. But you say about him being the most creative player, he's not, because Robertson, over the last 18 months, has got exactly the same amount of assists, but he's a more polished defender.
Well, you're talking about assists. I'm talking actually in the game. Who you want the ball to get to for Liverpool?
Robertson has created as many goals as Trent Alexander-Arnold. He's not spectacular. His passing isn't as what would be, eye-catching. But
so that's why I said he's the most creative
But he's an amazing player at Robertson. I didn't think he was that good when he first came to Liverpool. So my view would be that today he should just go home and have a look at that, because he is an amazing player, Trent Alexander-Arnold. I love him to bits, but he just has to cut those little bits of rash defending, and so his positions sometimes just need a little bit more care.
You've got to tell us what you meant.
You will do off air.